Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Well, that humidity is already starting to weigh on us, but what can we expect as we head into our week? Let's bring in News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett. Art, I was feeling that humidity out there. How about you?
That heat was something else. We got up to about 108 or so, plus maybe for some other locations. Then eventually tomorrow we're back into it, maybe up to about 100, 101, 103 or so for some other locations. In fact, we'll see as we get into it again. Until 9 p.m. we have the alert day. All areas once again, and heat index value still hanging up to about 100 degrees or more. What we get into here, as you can see outside, we take a view here and you can see what's happening out there right now. The possibility of this still holding on to some locations, picking up by La Crosse. We're still holding on to at least 83 degrees. Feels like 92 degrees out there right now. Winona's 81 degrees, calm conditions right now, feels like 87 degrees, and Eau Claire will pop in there eventually, but we're holding on to 80 degrees currently with feels like 85 degrees. We'll see out there, we get into the temperatures right now, 70s and the lower 80s in the forecast. At this time of night, still in the 80s, my friends. As we get into it, the dew points are in the 70s and the 80s as well. Once we get into how this all shapes up, I'll have a better overview of how this all shapes up. But you're looking at the heat index right now, getting into at least by 10 o'clock, 88 for Trempealeau, 79 for La Crosse, and 89 for Eau Claire, 89 for Prairie du Chien. Rainfall is the next thing. We'll talk about that once I return in just a bit.
Okay, those high temperatures are no joke.
No joke. We may see it again tomorrow, possibly.
Okay, good to know. All right, thanks, Art.
Okay.
And as the heat and humidity rolls in, medical experts say it's a time to be extra cautious. News 8 caught up with Gunderson Tri-State Ambulance. They say one key focus is that humidity. The saturated air can make it even harder to cool off.
Having a fan move some of that air around your body to kind of pull some of that moisture, some of your sweat off too, that'll help you cool off as well. Loose fitting clothing is good, again, keeping that air moving around your body as much as possible.
Experts add to pre-hydrate before you plan on heading outside. And now that's even drinking extra water the day before outdoor activities. So if you plan on heading out tomorrow, drink some extra water today. It can make a difference. And as we try to beat this heat, outdoor animals and pests like bats may try to beat it by entering into your home. But there are some ways you can keep them out. Experts say building maintenance can be key for preventing bats from making a home in your house.
You got to think of them as like a flying mouse, so to speak. So anything that's a gap leading into the building that's allowing a draft of air out of the building, the bats are going to find their way back inside. Notice some fascia that's separating from the building, get that sealed up. If you notice some software returns that are opening up or the wind's blowing them open, get them fastened down.
Okay, definitely important to keep an eye out with that heat. Now, professionals add that common areas bats can get into homes are vents and small gaps in the house. The Vernon County Sheriff's Office is adding a new life-saving tool to every patrol vehicle. News 8 Now's JDS McGee shows us what's driving that change.
The next time a Vernon County deputy responds to a medical emergency, they will have another tool that could help save a life. The Vernon County Sheriff's Office announced Saturday that they are equipping every patrol vehicle with epinephrine auto-injectors, better known as EpiPens. Sheriff Roy Torgerson says the goal is to give deputies the ability to respond quickly when someone suffers a severe allergic reaction.
If someone does go into, suffers an allergic reaction and experiences anaphylaxis, the only known way to treat that is with epinephrine, and it needs to be immediate.
The initiative was inspired by the Mueller family after their son Andrew died in 2024 after suffering an allergic reaction to an unknown peanut allergy. Now they're working to make sure other families don't experience the same loss.
We had 3 police officers that made it there before the ambulance, and EMS actually had made it there, but none of them at that time were carrying epinephrine. So had they made it there on time with epinephrine, it might have saved his life.
The Mueller family is also working with state lawmakers to pass Andrew's Law, which will require first responders across Wisconsin to carry EpiPens. Supplying each responder with 2 EpiPens will cost the state about $2.6 million annually. But for Mueller, it is more than worth it.
We've had 2 that were administered. Last year there was another EpiPen that was administered, so I know of at least 4 lives in our local community that have been saved as a result of the police carrying EpiPens. We just need to make Andrew's Law a thing.
Mueller says the bill is stalled in the Senate, but he is hopeful it will get passed soon. Reporting in the studio, JDS McGee, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you for that story, JDS. Now, an alert for your Monday commute. Parts of West Avenue are closing starting tomorrow. It'll be the northbound lanes between Market and Division Streets. Now, lane closures and reductions are expected to last for about 6 weeks. A detour is posted on the City of La Crosse's website. Some kids got a chance to climb, crank, and explore earlier today in Trempealeau. The Touch a Truck event brought out families for a hands-on look at vehicles like a fire truck, excavator, and even a dump truck.
It's just to be able to interact with that. A lot of times it's just you're interacting with your toy or like a book or something like that. So it's a great experience for them to come and learn.
Organizers add it's a way to give kids a chance to get up close with those big machines. The 52nd annual Mediterranean Festival took over the grounds at St. Elias Church in La Crosse earlier today. The festival served up authentic food from the Middle East and Eastern Europe, including lamb kebabs, Syrian rice, falafel, hummus, and many more items. The event doubles as a fundraiser to support the historic church, which is also working on an addition of a bell tower to its building.
It's going to provide handicap accessibility. The building itself is over 100 years old, and it's not up to the kind of modern standards that we have for accessibility. So we're putting an elevator in it for people to come up who have trouble with stairs. Then we hope to get that final push to get a dome on top, which is a major cultural icon for Orthodox parishes and for Orthodox cultures.
Now, along with plenty of food, the event featured a bake sale with baklava being the star of the show, and proceeds for that go to benefit the church's expansion. Still to come, if you've been taking up biking this summer, there's a few important steps to ensure you have a smooth ride. This week's eyepiece is after the break.
Stubborn clog that just won't give? With our drain cleaning services, we can remove those stubborn blockages without jeopardizing the integrity of your pipes. For a limited time, we're offering financing options with no interest if paid in full within 18 months. So call today.
For real deals and real people, you come to Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop upholstery from Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Furnishings. Try sofas, love seats, and recliners in power or manual. Need a lift? Affordably priced lift chairs. Decorate your dining room with a new table set. Make your sleep better with a new mattress or adjustable base. Dressers, chests, and nightstands to pick from. Laid on a new rug, multiple sizes available. We now offer 6 to 12-month financing. Summer-long sidewalk sales, family and veteran-owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Waterworks.
Bigger names, bigger purpose. Ashley for the Arts, music, art, and community together. See John Party, Keith Urban, and more. Join us August 6th through 8th and make an impact. Tickets are going fast. Get yours at ashleyforthearts.com.
Slow or clogged sink, toilet, or main drain? Maxwell White can help. Ask about our $99 mainline drain opening special. Includes a free camera inspection. Address the root problem now to avoid costly repairs or future damage. Call or book online today.
Well, summer is definitely in full swing, and many people, especially around here, have taken to the classic pastime of bike riding. But what can you do to help your bike work well? Photographer Duncan News has the answer, along with a look at Sparta's only bike shop in this week's eyepiece.
A lot of times as recreational riders don't realize is how fast your tires go down on air. That is something that, once a week at least, if not, they need to get topped off. I mean, they don't drop down a lot, but they drop a few pounds, and pretty soon over a couple of weeks period, you could be 10, 20 pounds under what it was, when you were riding when it was proper, which then can also lead to issues with flats and stuff. Started the bicycle shop when I was 16. I was just a freshman in high school. After about 10 years of running After I had graduated and looking for winter jobs, I picked up electric motor shop. So that helped us survive through the winter.
I brought my KitchenAid over to have a gear put in. He's the only guy in town that does that kind of work anymore.
When we started, there was another small shop. A guy operated out of his house, but then as he got older and he kind of went out of it. We've never had no, per se, local competition,
Somebody will buy it. Huh? There's always somebody out there.
Being the 48th year, looking to try to downsize, slow up, and possibly sell, or, this is going to be our last year of renting bikes. So the next year we'll work on, selling the fleet off if something doesn't happen where somebody buys it and, continues it as a rental, which would be super if that would happen.
You got to be a handyman though in this place.
Okay, very cool look. Now, rentals for the bicycle capital of America's only bike shop do end on October 31st. Still ahead on your weekend news, protests taking place in Madison this weekend. Where and why is coming up.
Then we have the heat still increasing as we get into Monday with another alert day on the way. When I come back, I'll give you a view of how that all shapes up for tomorrow. So stick around.
Like a lot of things, people come in all different sizes. That's why Slumberland invented the Any Size One Low Price Mattress Sale. Right now for our anniversary, no matter what size mattress you want, twin, full, queen, or king, you pay just one low price. Get this memory foam mattress for just $99. Any size, just $99. Want it thicker? Any size, just $169. Even thicker? Any size, just $199. Plus, get our 365-night sleep guarantee. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Worried about being a little fish in a big pond? At CBTC, you're not just a number. With small class sizes and a great faculty to student ratio, you'll get personalized attention from our dedicated instructors. Our comprehensive support systems include financial aid and academic advising, designed to help you succeed every step of the way. Dive into your future today and experience the difference at CBTC. Visit cbtc.edu to get started.
Are you dealing with vaginal odor? It's time to give your vagina the support it needs. This is Uro Vaginal Probiotic from O Positive Health. Uro has a premium V-positive probiotic blend with XOS prebiotics to enhance effectiveness, so you can crowd out odor-causing bacteria, balance vaginal pH and yeast levels, and enjoy greater vaginal comfort. Get Uro for 20% off right now at geturo.com.
You don't have to look too far to see living proof of Washington's failures. It's endless money for foreign wars and nothing but increased costs for hardworking families. I grew up on a dairy farm, ran a small business, and wait tables to pay the bills. I fight for people. It's why I refuse corporate cash, and I won't trade any stocks in Congress. We need more working class folks to represent us in D.C. that'll stand up to special interests. I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
It's summertime. Time to choose your adventure in a Ford. #1 in new vehicle quality. Nice.
I choose moments like this.
And I choose the sea.
It's a lake, Dad.
It's Big Lake, son.
See? A Ford SUV? It's a great choice.
Get 0% financing for 36 months, no payments for 90 days, and $1,000 toward your down payment on select Ford SUVs, plus a complimentary 2-year premium maintenance plan.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The U.S. military paused strikes against Iran for a second straight day as mediators work to resume negotiations on an interim ceasefire deal. Now, it comes with 100 days until midterm elections, where President Trump and Republican control of Congress do face a major test. CBS' Olivia Gazes has more from the White House.
An Iranian official tells CBS News talks with Omani counterparts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz are moving in a positive direction. After nearly 2 weeks of nightly strikes on Iran, the U.S. military paused bombing for the past 2 days. Iran's military on Sunday also said it had halted retaliatory attacks. But the White House warns President Trump won't hesitate to resume the bombing if talks break down again.
He is giving diplomacy a chance. We'll see over the next coming days, but make no mistake, assets, additional military assets are moving into the region.
The president likes the daily attacks. He believes that sometimes you have to kill a few chickens to scare the monkeys. That's not. I don't think that's going to work with the Iranian leadership.
As the war nears the half-year mark, a new CBS News poll shows 63% of Americans believe the war is going badly for the U.S., a number that's been climbing. In the poll conducted last week, more than half said they felt uncertain and frustrated about the conflict, with 67% saying the U.S. needs to get out now. With the midterm elections now 100 days away, Democrats hope anti-war sentiment and the economic fallout will help them take control of the House and Senate.
Republicans believe the affordability crisis is a hoax. Republicans don't give a damn about the personal financial situation of the American people.
The House last week passed a resolution to end U.S. military action in Iran, while the Senate rejected a similar measure. Olivia Gazis, CBS News, the White House.
Protesters in Madison held a sit-out on Saturday night outside State Street businesses. Now, this comes after a Madison police officer shot and killed 38-year-old Corey Ruiz. Organizers say the actions are in connection to previous reform efforts.
They have been underfunding us, cutting us every step of the way, and so it's paramount that we strengthen this board, because if the board has the opportunity to do proper investigations, to hire and fire police officers instead of giving them suspension with pay.
Police have confirmed this case is being considered as an open and active homicide investigation. Well, the heat and humidity is here and coming our way. Let's hand it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett for our full forecast.
All right, thank you, Brooklyn. On a lighter note, we're holding on to the possibilities of this working into the area. Hot conditions, as I mentioned before, increasing. We could see our high temperatures increase for La Crosse. We could possibly get up to about 95 degrees, possibly, instead of what we had earlier today. In fact, we'll get into how this all shapes up. You're looking at conditions to be the heat index up to about over 100 degrees, possibly. I had it at 102 for today because there were some times where we were up to about 108 today, and some of the locations were up to about 109 and possibly 110 as well until 9 p.m. Monday. That's going to happen as we have all areas in the forecast right now. As I showed you before, we've got some dry conditions right now, but that's going to change within the next few hours here getting into it. So we get in all the way to 80 degrees for Eau Claire. You're also looking at the 81 degrees for, of course, Winona. Feels like 87 degrees. And of course, everyone's warmer than those temperatures are showing. Now let's get into how this all shapes up. We've got this cooking in. If you notice from what we had yesterday, you notice how all of this extreme heat now has backed off somewhat. You see mostly now orange, which is showing you a heat advisory in play also till 9 p.m. on Monday. So that's working out in our favor. We'll hold on the heat index values as we get into 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. You're seeing 103 for Trempealeau, 100 for La Crosse, 103 for Viroqua, 106 for Prairie du Chien, Eau Claire around 99. Yeah, other locations up there, upper 80s and 90s. We're seeing maybe a little bit of rainfall might pop through there, or they're just going to be drying out from that. We'll get into 4 o'clock and we'll see things break down. Holding on to Monday, though, as we get right into how this all shapes up, we're looking at temperatures getting to at least 95, as I mentioned, widespread. 89 over in Stanley, though, holding on to 95 down to the south. So these are all going to be hovered in around 95. So that means we could see some temperatures bump back up a couple of degrees, even more so than that. Hey, we'll hold on to all of this kicking in tonight and Monday, all the way through the morning hours. We're looking at least storms on the way. They're going to start working it from the north up again by Rusk County, getting into lower chances for Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, not so much maybe, but Wednesday looks like they may pick up a few things there. Thursday night, and of course, all the way into Friday, storms are on the way. That's about a 60% chance of that kicking in. All right, so we've got one coming in from that way, just west of Mason City, and another one coming up well up to the north. You'll see that in just a second. Let's get that up, and boom, storm activity. There you see it right there going towards Mason City. As this one gets a little bit closer, moves right into Rusk County. Storm activity widespread there, but you look down, that one is falling apart. We'll also see as we get into it, more of those showers are starting to work its way down into here, turning into storm activity as well, going to Black River Falls and Eau Claire. You see that once again coming out of Clark County. You can see that continue to work into Jackson County and then working its way gradually out of the southeasterly direction out of the way. You'll see that get into areas right by Mauston there, getting into Juneau County, up from the north all the way down to the south as well. And eventually that pulls away, going towards Madison, and up and out it goes. And we see drier conditions for right now for Monday with a few light showers possibly trying to get back in. Clouds clouds come back on Tuesday. Just a few of those clouds come back in because we've got sunny skies to prevail for most of Tuesday. You'll see as we get into Wednesday, more showers try to come back in. They come back in the same direction. Not much happening there, right? But then once we get deeper into later on, you're seeing more showers come back out of areas right by Rochester, Winona, Black River Falls. We've got also La Crosse in that. We'll get also into areas right down to the south from Viroqua all the way down to Prairie du Chien, picking up. Maybe even Sparta may get some of that too. And that's how that all winds up. We'll get into how this all shapes up over the next few days, my friends. We're looking at the possibilities of this. Alert day for tomorrow. Remember that now. 95 degrees for tomorrow. Most temperatures will be in the upper 80s, and you can see that continuing on. Those are about 3 degrees above seasonal average. Once we get into Saturday and Sunday, temperatures begin to back down about a degree or two, or at least by seasonal conditions.
Okay, so just push through the week.
Push through the week.
All right, thanks, Art. Coming up next in sports, a masterclass on the mound. The Brewers ace was lights out as Milwaukee was going for a series win over Colorado. Kate has the highlights after the break.
Thank you, Cooley Region, for voting TJR Improvements your #1 in cabinets.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
During the anniversary sale at Home Furniture, celebrate the savings. Right now, get our best finance offer and pay no interest until 2030. Or get an extra 10% off the home price, like this Verona sofa, just $8.99. The anniversary sale, now at Home Furniture.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Jolivet's homegrown triple sweet corn is picked fresh daily. Join us Sundays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our roasted sweet corn and charcoal brats. Jolivet's also features homegrown carrots, sweet onions, peppers, beets, cabbage, dill, tomatoes, cucumbers, blueberries, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Partners working together. Governor Tony Evers and David Crowley fought and delivered on health care, affordable housing, and schools. Tony Evers said David Crowley created thousands of new jobs, cut the county's local carbon emissions in half, and passed a balanced budget. And David Crowley is standing up to Trump and taking on AI data centers. Tell David Crowley to keep fighting for us.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Make this the summer and drive away in your new 2026 Ram 1500. Save over $15,000 off MSRP when you stop in today. Get America's best factory full-size truck powertrain limited warranty. 10-year, 100,000 miles. Hurry in. This offer ends July 31st. Plus, get a $250 gas card with any new vehicle. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Hurry into Home Seasonal Concepts for the truckload patio sale. Get up to 60% off select collections, but when they're gone, they're gone. Plus, save on select in-stock patio umbrellas, fire tables, seat cushions, and protective covers during the truckload patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
It was a great day for baseball as the Milwaukee Brewers were looking for a series win at home against the Colorado Rockies, and there's really not many other pitchers you would want on the mound as Jacob Misiorowski was looking to continue his dominant season. He enters the game leading the league in ERA and strikeouts, and today was no different. First inning already with 1 strike under his belt. How about some high heat for out number 2? Next batter, 2 strikes, and he goes 104 up in the zone. He strikes out the side. Bottom of the inning, after a Jackson Chourio leadoff double, Terang is going to lay down the bunt. The flip to first, nowhere close. Chourio scores. Brewers take the lead. Terang would later score on a wild pitch. Then with a runner on third, Jake Powers scores another on the fielder's choice. It's 3-0 Milwaukee, and after that, it was all Miz. Second inning, strikes out the side. 6 straight Ks to start the game. Third inning, how about 2 more? 8 strikeouts through the first 9 batters, and he wasn't done. Fourth inning, he would go 1, 2, 3 again. 3 more strikeouts. He was on fire this afternoon. Then in the 5th, up to 12 Ks, but with 2 outs, finally makes a mistake as Cole Carrick's going to tag him up. A line shot just barely clears the wall in left. It was Colorado's first hit of the game. Now, Miz would finish with 12 Ks through 5 innings. He was just fantastic in this one. Then in the 6th, the Brewers offense would heat up. First, it's Andrew Vaughn starting off the inning with a leadoff homer. That would make it 4-1 Milwaukee. Then later in the inning, the rookies would take over. 2 on for Luis Lara, and he lines one into right field for an RBI double. It's 5-1. Next batter, Cooper Pratt going to step up to the plate, and Pratt with a rope into left field. That scores both runners. Brewers blow the game wide open. They would get the win 11-2. Brewers have now won 7 of 9 coming out of the All-Star break. They're up to 66 wins on the season. Now they'll have to do it on the road as Brewers with a West Coast trip. First going up against the Giants for 3 games starting tomorrow, then the Angels for 3 on Friday. Here's what the division standings are looking like after the weekend. The Brewers with the second best record in baseball. They're up to a 7-game lead over the Cubs. The Pirates now in third place, 12.5 games back, where the Cardinals continue to slide. They're 13 games back, and the Reds not listed, 16.5 back. All right, over in Minnesota, the Twins were looking for a series win of their own against the Athletics. Twins already up 4 in the second inning, and with 2 on and 2 outs, Ryan Jeffers is going to find some grass out and right. 2 more runs will come in to score. Minnesota goes up 6. Athletics would make a comeback. Now just a 3-run game. But in the 8th, Ryan Kreidler crushes this one deep to left and just barely stays in off the wall. It's going to be an RBI triple. Connor Prelip would be your winning pitcher. 5 2/3 innings, giving up just 2 hits and 1 run. Minnesota takes it 11-8. We've got some Northwoods softball action. The Steam hosting the Ignite as both teams fighting for a playoff spot. Steam down 1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. With the bases loaded, Grace Frechette lines one through into left field. That brings in 2 runs, and just like that, La Crosse has the lead. Ignite fighting back. 1 on for Marley Teasley, and she crushes this one deep to center field, but Jackie Larson makes the catch at the fence for out number 2. The next batter, Viola Smith, lines one to center, but Larson dives to cut off the ball and gets the runner out at the plate on a nice relay. What a play. Steam go on to win 6-4. And on the baseball side of the Northwoods League, the Loggers trying to keep their momentum up as they close into the playoffs. And they had plenty of momentum tonight. 11 runs in the 6th inning. They took down the Waterloo Bucks 18-3. 15 games left in the Northwoods League regular season. Day 4 of the 3M Open in the Twin Cities. Everyone chasing this guy, the 21-year-old Jackson Koivu. Entered the day with a 3-stroke lead. All the pressure was on, but he would hold strong. Scotty Scheffler would make a run and put some of that pressure on. He would go 8 under on the day, but just couldn't get close enough as Koivu was going birdie for birdie, 5 under on the day. And that was good enough for his first PGA Tour win and a nice $1.5 million payday. That's all for sports. We've got one final check on the weather after the break.
At Maxwell White, we want you to love your water. Clean and clear water free from bad taste and odors. The water professionals at Maxwell White will test your water and evaluate any existing equipment, providing the best solutions for you and your family. Call Maxwell White today. Water conditioning done right.
If you suffer from chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine.
Huh. Today hasn't been a headache day.
Botox treatments are 4 times a year.
Botox effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as trouble swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Those with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions like rash, breathing problems, dizziness, neck and injection site pain, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions like ALS, myasthenia gravis or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medicines like botulinum toxins, which may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 96% would tell friends to discuss Botox with a doctor. Chronic migraine may still impact you.
Talk to your doctor about Botox.
She's a proud socialist. He lost statewide before. A couple weeks ago, he dropped out. Madison insiders want you to think these are the only choices you have for governor. But they'll all lose to Republicans in November. You get to decide who's the Democrat who can win. I'm Joel Brennan. I'm running for governor to lower costs, to expand Badger Care, to build 100,000 new homes, and to fight back against Donald Trump. I will win in November, and I'll never quit on Wisconsin.
Hey, Dominic here, and I'm back to show you how I personally make my Bloody Marys using our Please Name Bloody Mary mix. First, you'll take a pint glass full of ice, add a spoonful of Please Name Bloody Mary mix, a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a shot or two of vodka, and top it off with tomato juice. Want it spicier? Add more mix. Be sure to get your Please Name Bloody Mary mix and 39 other blends at the Please Name Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Cheers! Worcestershire.
Tired of hard water and harsh chlorine? Maxwell White Water Conditioning brings you the all-new Dual Media Water Softener. Say hello to softer skin, luxurious hair, and water that feels amazing. Call Maxwell White today, where better water starts here.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, before streaming services, the video rental business was huge, and Blockbuster was one of the biggest names out there. Well, now a community in Western New York is getting a chance to experience a piece of history, but in miniature form. The man who created it, Anthony, says he was feeling nostalgic, so he converted a little library into a free video rental store. Andrew says just like the old Blockbuster, the miniature version will feature staff picks and the box will be restocked every single week. And he hopes to expand his idea into other communities. Well, I definitely remember going to Red Boxes growing up and picking out a DVD with my parents. Super fun and nostalgic. All right, don't go too far. We'll have a final look at your weather when we come back.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Real honest news between dance challenges and book recommendations. Follow us on TikTok at WKBT News 8 Now.
This summer, there is no better place to spend the day than downtown La Crosse. From shopping and dining to sweet treats and Sunday fun, downtown is full of ways to make the most of summer. Start your day with a stop at Sunbury Wares, where you will find colorful and one-of-a-kind pieces that make shopping downtown feel like an experience all its own. When hunger hits, grab a slice at Pizzeria Dolorosa, where handcrafted pizza and downtown energy make a perfect stop to refuel. Then, treat yourself at the Pearl Ice Cream Parlor with a scoop, a sundae, or a little something sweet to cool down on a hot summer day. And on Sundays, make your way to Cameron Park for Sunday Market, where local fresh finds, free fitness, family activities, and community connection come together in the heart of downtown. Stay and play downtown La Crosse this summer and find your guides to shopping, dining, events, and more at lacrossedowntown.com.
At Sealands Carpetland, we know how hard your family can be in your home. Relax, we're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners that can create a home. It lasts a lifetime. Our flooring from Sealands is perfect for muddy feet
and waterborne fights.
At Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley, let us help you find the perfect flooring because our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
There are trucks, and then there's the Sierra with employee pricing for everyone. With the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, leading where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Celebrate Independence Day with employee pricing for everyone on all GMC Sierra 1500 models. With 0% APR, that's over $13,000 total value on this Sierra 1500 Denali.
News 8, the Salvation Army, and the YMCA are helping our community go back to school with Stuff the Bus. Stop by the La Crosse or Onalaska Walmarts on August 7th and fill the bus with school supplies. Donate new supplies or cash. We'll put them in the backpacks for the students in our community who need it most. We'll see you at Walmart on August 7th to help us stuff the bus. Brought to you by these great community partners and proudly sponsored by Cooley Bank and Home Furniture.
Over the next several days, we're looking at rainfall to be at least maybe 2 inches to the north and to the south. And in the central portion by us, we're looking at maybe about 1 inch of rainfall on the way. We may see a wee bit more than that as well. But you're seeing Eau Claire get about a 30% chance. Not many chances working in the area. As you can see, it kind of peters out. We're also going to have a little bit of smoke coming in around noon tomorrow, lasting into about 4 o'clock before it breaks down. We get into good to moderate air quality, holding on how this all shapes up. In the morning, 60s once again. Then we get back into the 80s again for the forecast. By Tuesday, I should say, today. Then holding on, of course, tomorrow we're in the 90s once again with heat indices above 100% out there. Thursday night, we've got some storms coming in into Friday. That lingers all the way through the day and comes back again at night.
Hopefully we can get a good week of some clear weather in the middle of the week, but always some rain.
Right, always got to watch out for it. All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you here tomorrow.